Nancy with She's Got Yarn. Happy Friday. It's late, so you might not get this until morning. I know a lot of you saw my video this afternoon. If you haven't, you need to go back over there. Today has been a nightmare, but I think we're working it out. I mean, they got my information, but they're locked out of everything. But I just wanted to educate some of you that are like me, not very educated when it comes to IT stuff. I mean, I'm a 60s baby, so we didn't have computers until, well, I didn't have a computer. Let's see, when did I get a computer? I think like after I was married about 3 or 4 years, you know, so it was like close to the 2000s. So, and I did input, you know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about security or any of that stuff. But later on down the road, when we opened a company, I opened an email under Nancy, and that's how this nightmare began, I guess. It did begin at that time, but anyways, I wasn't aware of a lot of things, like you can't just open a text. If you don't know who it's from, do not open it. Absolutely 100%. I thought I knew it was my UPS guy, you know. A lot of times they get substitutes, so I figured maybe, you know, I have a regular, but I don't know. I'm very trusting, but I learned my lesson today, and I hope this video or the video I did earlier today can help somebody. It's real easy. Let me tell you what they did. I've got them locked out of everything. They got my phone number. They sent me a text saying, again, with a different message, this is UPS. Well, UPS, we delivered your package, and then ... So you couldn't see the whole message. So because of what happened today, I won't open it. So they're trying to get back in. Now, if it was somebody a little bit older than me that's not IT savvy, they would probably think, oh, they delivered it? Or, you know, and click on it very easily. Or even if they were hacked and then they saw this message, like me, I have a company. I get UPS packages every day, semi-loads of supplies every day. I'm not there, but the company does, you know what I mean? At my business. So, and I don't know if that's what did it. I think it is, because of exactly what I just saw this evening. You delete it, don't open it, delete it. Campaigning, it could be, I've been getting a lot of Donald Trump campaigning stuff. Today, my IT guy said, go through all of your messages and delete anything that you do not know. Boy, I didn't realize, I don't stare at my phone all day. You know, I only open things usually if it's people I know, really. But UPS, I learned a lesson. So yeah, UPS is not going to notify you via text. Now that I think about it, they never have before, you know, all these years. So anyways, I did not get to the post office because I couldn't print labels, and I spent all day literally at my desk on my phone changing passwords. And that's not that easy to do. I had to do credit cards. I spent 2 hours on the phone with the bank because they had to go through my entire, they went through everything. The security went through everything before they let me get off the phone to make sure nothing was compromised, and make sure we secure and change passwords and so forth. And then I was on the phone for a couple hours with my IT guys. You know, they're trying to educate me on what I've done wrong. You know, I've never heard of this phrase, but always have a 2-factor security on any of your electronics, your email, your bank account. Well, the bank, you know, like even Amazon, like Amazon forces you to have it. Like if somebody tries to, well, even when you log into your Google and try to do something, I'll get a message, is this you? And you have to answer it, yes. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some messages on some things I get, you know, is this you? If it's you, you know, you don't have to do anything. I've gotten those two different messages. I can't remember which I got from, but Google. So if you can, or if somebody in your family, like my daughter, can help me do that and make sure it's there. But anyways, tonight, the owner of my the IT company that I use, I'm going in there tomorrow. I'm bringing my computer. See, this computer that I have is here at the house. Now, if it had been at the office on the server, it would have been fine. But me not being tech savvy, I never had anything happen like this before, and I've heard of people scamming, but I thought I had a virusware that would protect me, but they got through it. And somehow now they can they can go in the back door, is how they describe it, and get into your computers if they have your email. Yeah, they can get around your password. So that's why you get a 2 factors, because you need to have a backup to catch them. You know, you get an alert is what happens, and you say, no, that's not me, you know. And but I didn't have that. I didn't know that was important, but it is very important. But you know, since I've had my door shop, security is probably heightened, and I'm still down here at the beginning of security, you know. And I don't talk to my IT guys because I'm retired now. And you know, whenever I have trouble, I call them, and they remotely get in there and fix my computer. Well, they whoever hacked me got in my computer remotely and got into my company. And I don't know if I said this on my video, but they didn't only reach out to my YouTube family, but they've reached out to business associates, my customers. And I thought about, you know, I used to text people, you know, your balance is due, this is your amount, and appreciate if you send me a check. And I always got responses back, you know, I'll come in the morning or whatever. But I was going to do that, but I thought, no, we've got to go. I got to go into my office tomorrow with Miss Rhonda, my bookkeeper. And because if I do it, then we'll be duplicating some of the customers. But since I've retired, we have a lot of new customers. So it's going to be a chore tomorrow also. So I haven't gotten to the darn post office. So, but hopefully tomorrow I'm going to go in the office, and well, first I got to go to IT. Hopefully that doesn't take all day, you know, and I need to talk to him about, I asked him, I go, so my IT guys, his name's Boris, the owner. He's awesome. And he has the accent of a Boris. Anyways, I said, should I call what is it? LifeLock? He said, it's too late. He said, I mean, they have your information, and we've done everything they're going to do. You know, they're going to, you know, we've locked them out of everything. My information's out there. They've already sold my information on the black net, I guess they call it now. I've heard that word once. And then, you know, the other day I heard it on YouTube. It said, it was a commercial. If you get a text message from UPS, that please verify your address, do not open it, because if you do, they will get your information and they will sell your information on the black net market, I guess. And I was like, oh, really? And then everything just went crazy. But also, my channel was spoofed after the giveaway. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the same people. It probably is. And then if you guys get something from me, you guys will never get an email from me, okay? Unless I tell you verbally, you see me, you know. And if you win, now, there are some people I know that have won, and you know, I've asked them, you know, send me your address. But, you know, most of you don't, you know me on YouTube, but you don't have my phone number, you don't have my address, you know, you contact me through my email, okay? I had somebody call my office, and it was the hackers. They called my business office, said they were, I'm pretty sure they were, gave a name I've never heard of, name I've never hearted that I recall. I'm pretty good. I see a lot of people, they're my regulars. I do have some new people, but I did not recognize this name. They said that, and they're, you know, they said that they emailed me 14 months ago. She emailed me 14 months ago, and she had lost her husband, and I never got back with her. Would you please have her call me? I told her, I said, you didn't give her my information. No, I would never do that. I said, I don't know this person. Everything that's happened today, it's another scam. I know it is. So I just, you know, I didn't respond to it. They didn't reach out to me on my channel. I didn't see an email because I looked for it. And another thing Boris told me I needed to do before I come up there tomorrow, go to your email and click on everything you sent. Click on the send, what you've sent. Go down there. If you notice anything that you haven't sent, he says delete it. Because whatever they sent with my email, I should see it in my sends, and I need to delete that. So we cleaned that all out, which took forever, but he changed my password first, and then I deleted all that out. And then I had to go and change all the passwords for all my credit cards, some of my social media. A lot of my social media, I go through another app for all of them. What I'm trying to figure out, and I don't think I can do it, is I wish I could change my email that's on my YouTube channel that's signed up, but I would have to get a new Google account, and I'd probably lose my channel. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to start over, is what I think, but I don't know yet. That's something I don't know about. I've got to learn about it. I've learned a lot today, and I hope I retain everything I learned today. And, you know, I had to go change passwords and sign into things I've never had to sign into because I do it with my face. We're so spoiled with our phones. You know, I don't know numbers. I don't have a phone number book. I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, I mean, so I didn't know my passwords. What a nightmare that was to reset passwords. They like, you want to reset your password, right? And they go, okay, what was your password? I'm like, I don't freaking know. I haven't had to use it in 10 years. You know, and it's just crazy. I got it written down somewhere, I'm sure. It's probably at the office in a book, but I didn't have it here with me. What a pain that was. But every time I would go to get a code text to me, I would pick up that code, get out of that app that sent me, and I'd go get the code and try to go back into the app, and I'd have to start all over again. And so they sent another code. Well, they were sending the code to my daughter's phone because she set me up. Okay. And so she would have to text me the code. So I have to go over to my messages, copy that, and then want to go back over there to put that code in. And it would start over and send another code. So what I had to do is I had to get my husband's phone, call Tiffany and say, answer your phone. And she called me back. I said, you're getting codes. You texting them to me is not working. You have to verbally give it to me right now. And she said, okay. She gave it to me. I was in that program and I typed it up and I changed it. But what a, you know, how long do you think that it took me to figure out that I had to get another phone to call my daughter? You know, just, I mean, I know a lot of it on my side is ignorance. I don't know better, you know, and I'm learning a lot. This is definitely an education. And I know this happened to Juan. You know, well, I heard he was hacked. I don't know what the extent of it was. But it's an awful feeling when your identity is stolen. But yeah, but my IT guy didn't recommend that I pay LifeLock because, I mean, I've done everything they could pretty much do. Now there are some people, I don't know what they're called, I don't know how to find them, but they will go after those hackers and they'll hack them, you know, and I mean, that's not going to fix anything for me. But I know there are programs, I guess, that do that kind of stuff, but I'm just going to up my security the best that I can and move on. Life is too short. I was pretty hot today. Yeah. Yeah. If I knew where that person was, I'd probably be in jail. Because if they had gotten in my bank account, they could have ruined everything. Ruined everything. You know, I don't know how it works with banks and insurance and stuff like that. But yeah, they almost got into my business account. I guess I caught it in time. Because I'm sure they were headed that way. You know, what was next? They got into all my customers. It's the same program, QuickBooks. So if they're in my QuickBooks, you know what else they can get a hold of, which is scary. So tomorrow I got to have a meeting with my employees. And I don't know what we do from there. We're going to have to figure out what we need to do. I don't know if any of this compromised any of my employees. I'm going to find out if any of them got emails and stuff. So, I mean, this stuff is really bad. These people are really bad people. And what aggravates me, and I'm ignorant when it comes to the law, but I'm a taxpayer. I feel like our government needs to do more, or our law enforcement needs to do more for everybody. I mean, people break the law, they need to be held accountable, but the thing is, they're on the other side of the world, probably, you know? So, it's just, all kinds of thoughts are going through my head, and I just thought, I need to stop being mad. What's done is done. And I'm old enough to know there's nothing we can do except try to secure yourselves a little better. So you guys, definitely, if you have an IT person or if you have a young adult family member, because my daughter helped me out a lot. She got on to me for this and that and the other. And what was really, I don't know if I shared this with you today, but yesterday I had purchased some patterns and I said, Tyler, can you help me? I said, I purchased patterns, but I can't get in my computer. It's like crashed. And he goes, what do you need? I said, well, I purchased patterns and I can't get to them in my phone. And so he goes, give me your phone. And he goes in and he goes, you got this set up for an old lady. I smacked him. I said, no, this is your mother. I mean, I'm not 25. He was born in the computer era. He had a cell phone when he was 12 years old. I think he was 12. I don't know. But, he knows all that stuff. But anyways, he helped me. He showed me how to save files. I didn't know how to save files in my phone. So if I purchased something, he said, I didn't have She's Got Yarn in my cell phone. I only had it on my desktop. So he got that set up. So I can click on either. Now I can read emails from everybody from both different emails. And, but anyways, he set me up and I was able to get the patterns. One of the patterns is, they're like, they're velvet hats. Something I'm going to try to see how long it takes me to make a velvet hat. And this one's an adult one and it's going to be flipped up. I want to do pink, white, and like gray, you know, market stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be stocked for this year, but maybe I can be ready for next year, you know. But I've been watching videos and I found a channel. I'm done talking about that other stuff. Let's talk about yarn. But so I found a channel that she's very bubbly. Her name is Cameron's Cute Creations, and she does markets. She goes to conventions. I don't know what she calls it. It's like a convention, you know, for people that do markets and crochet, or, you know, in the fiber community. But I loved everything she had on her tables. And I know someone that would really love it, and that would be My Precious Yarnery, the colors. But most of her stuff is pink, white, and gray. And then there's like a deep gray blue. So she had hats like this. It's her pattern. I bought her pattern, and it comes in 5 sizes: adult, youth, toddler, and then something else, and then baby, you know, like toddler, baby, and then newborn or something like that, 0 to 3 months. And the hats are adorable. And she showed what were big sellers at her market so far, and a lot of them were chickens. And something she had that I hadn't seen, I've seen a lot of chickens in the yarn community lately, and you guys may have seen these, but she had chickens that were fluffy. She used fluffy yarn. They're so stinking adorable. And then she did them in white, speckled, but they were little ones. Most of them were little, but they're so adorable. And the fluffy ones are even cuter. And then she makes like scrunchies out of fluffy, real fluffy. I mean, her whole setup was beautiful. You guys need to go, if you want to go to market. I know some of my girls out there go to market and want some different ideas. You know, there's some people that have all variety of stuff at the market, but she studies what people buy and how to set up your display, what will do better. So now she has something called the Z something. See, I don't remember what she called it, but anyways, her latest video at market, there's a way they set up their tables a little bit differently. And like she puts all the same hats, the same color here, like white with pom-poms, pink with pom-poms, bluish gray with pom-poms, gray with pom-poms, okay? Like, and she'll match up the different pom-poms, and then you'll have like the toddlers, the teddy bear, well no, the pom-poms on each side with the pink velvet, but she also uses Forever Fleece. And they're beautiful. I mean, she inspired me, because, you know, I've been talking about doing amigurumis, and it's not my favorite thing to do. And a lot of the yarn I used, I'm still going to do amis, but a big part of it, I think I'm going to do what she's been doing. And I mean, she's really inspired me, but I may not be able to do it this year, but work on it, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I might be able to. It took me 2 hours to get this far with this hat, but it's a stitch that I'm not, now, Here I was real slow at it. It's a slip stitch, but it's a half double crochet slip stitch I've never done before. I was real slow at it in the beginning, but now I'm rocking. So I think now that I kind of got the feel for it, working with a hook that I don't work with a lot, making hats, I use it for blankets. Yeah, I've never worked with velvet before, so I got the hang of it. And I think it's a learned process. And at one project, it'll teach you. And yeah, and she... Tim, is that you? Hold on a second. Something's clicking out there. That's him. He goes, whoa. Funny. Anyways, the clicking scared me. Turkey. But yeah, so she has hats, scrunchies, chickens, pumpkins. She has white pumpkins, and she uses the, I know a lot of you have seen the white pumpkins, but if you see her setup, it's like, man, that's adorable. She has like big bubble pumpkins. They're white, velvet. Some are fleece. Some are, what's the thick yarn that we use? It's not in here. I made my sweater with it. I can't think of what it's called. It's Lion Brand, Thick and Quick, something like that. And she uses she uses regular yarn. And then she also, so her like cheap hats are, she does the Addy with the yarn that she was using for her Addy was I Love This Yarn. And it really worked up pretty good. And she does a tutorial about the pros and cons about working up that hat and how to make, and actually her way of closing it up is real easy and actually better than I've seen on other videos. I'm just really impressed with her videos, and her name is Cameron with a C. C-A-M-R-Y. It's C-A-M, R-Y-N. Cameron Cute Creations. And she's got a YouTube channel. And if you don't mark it, you still might want to go check her out. She's really, I stalked her today before this nightmare happened in the morning. Yeah, well, I was watching her last night, and then I saved a bunch of her videos that I possibly would be interested in, and I went back over there this morning, and I got to watch some of them. But yeah, and I bought some patterns. And some of them are her patterns, and some are like, she does make a Christmas tree. Like her fall market is this kind of stuff, but she also has a snowman, a male and a female, and they're wearing like a blue scarf and hat and a pink scarf and hat. She says they're big sellers, and it looks like they are made up, like got the round head and the body is kind of long. But it's not real big, but it looks like she does like a double crochet in the back loop, back and forth, the head and the body, and it's just adorable. And she says they're big sellers also. She tells you everything, and then sometimes she'll tell you certain times of the year, the do's and the don'ts. And like if you go to market, never go to market late, because they're not going to let you set up. You know, your first market, that's a big mistake to ever be late. She gives you all the mistakes. And a lot of you marketers know that already. I'm just sharing something new I learned. And yeah, so I'm gonna make, she makes the bubbly kind of bobble type pumpkins, but the whole pumpkins aren't bobbles. It's just certain sections of the pattern. It's her pattern, but she does little pumpkins, little cute white ones and pink ones. And I know some people hate pink, but if you go check out her table, it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. And she has baby booties, but she has stuff. She says with Christmas, you want things that people are in there buying stuff maybe to add something to a gift they already bought, like a headband She also has headbands in a pattern. She has a keychain and a tutorial with that. And I think that's a free tutorial, but, and this is something she told me at market. She said, I've had my keychains in a bowl, and I've had my scrunchies in a bowl. She said people are less likely to buy stuff that's in a bowl. They go to what's hanging on those little, whatever they're called. I'm not a marketer, so I'm not sure what they're called. Pegs. She has like a peg wall, and a lot of crates, white tablecloth that goes and covers the legs. It's very attractive, her setup. And she decorates it with some like vine type of silk plants, like a silk vine with floral on it. Not too much. It's very, you know, it's got white in it and green, and she just streams it across some of her, like her pegboard. It just looks really good. And she shows a picture of her first market where she just had her sign and just stuff on a table, and then like her markets today, and what a big difference. So it's a big lesson, you know. I think it's Tiffany, isn't it? Tiffany's Crochet. She did, or she knows somebody that did markets. I can't remember. I've watched some of those videos a few years ago, but I never did any market. But now that I'm thinking about it, you know, I'm paying attention. She also has a Christmas tree by MJ Off the Hook that she sells on her table. I think the chicken pattern, I don't know, that it might be hers. It might be a free pattern. But a lot, she has a web page, but a lot of stuff, she has some stuff in her videos that she's talking about, and it's in links, or there's a tutorial she recommends you can watch, you know. But you just got to go through all of that when you watch each video and write down, you know, if you want to look at it. Or what I did, I saved it under her name in my list. It's a private playlist. So, but I've been doing that, I guess, late last night and then early this morning when I woke up, because I actually got a good night's sleep last night to wake up to a nightmare. I needed that energy, I guess. So, yeah, and I just finished, Tim bought me breakfast. When I woke up, he goes, you got breakfast in the kitchen. And then I talked to a few girlfriends, or actually only one girlfriend on the phone. And then one of my Zoomy sisters. And then that nightmare started, and all of a sudden I looked up and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock. I haven't eaten dinner. I forgot to take my medicine. You know, it was one of, you know, and I'm like, and I need to do a video. I was thinking about doing a live, but I'm afraid that I'm going to step on some other YouTube's toes. I'm afraid that if I get on, it'll take away from their channel, and I don't want to do that. But I feel this is really important to put out there. So I'm just going to do a video, and my YouTube family will get to watch it. But I would have liked to have done a live, and it doesn't mean I won't do one. I put out a little memo to my little brother from another mother. Let's talk tomorrow. Maybe we can talk more about it, and maybe might have more knowledge after I meet with my IT guy. So I think I'm going to get a new computer. I think I'm going to give the business computer back to my company. We've hired a few new employees. They could probably use it. And I got to keep the email, though. Somehow we need to remove my email from the companies. It's safe over there. You know, it's safe over there. Basically, my computer compromised my company. Never thought of it. You know, I know I've got a lot of people were able to figure it out because my customers know me. I don't just small talk with them. You guys know me. We're all friends, you know. Even the people that don't pay me they still will come to me. I don't intimidate them. I'm like, I'll work with you, you know. I understand. I've been there, you know. I have a good rapport with all my customers. Well, I did, you know, so they know how I am. So a lot of them just let me know, you know, I got this email. Is this you? So they knew it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't you, you know. So my customers know me and know my language. Just like my texts. You can tell when somebody's texting you whether it's them or not. I've heard that. I've never had that happen, but I've heard that in criminal cases. I watch criminal channels, or I used to. Now I watch YouTube all the time. So, but, all right. You guys want to back up some yarn? It's been a few weeks, probably. I'm not sure. Why are you guys barking and complaining? Excuse me. All right, so we're going to put this pretty thing away. So 2 hours, but I think the next one might take maybe an hour and a half. I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see. But I think I'm going to have to add more yarn to it. I think I got about 2 hours into it. It started out really slow. Yep, and I got other things I had to work on too. I didn't do a lot, but I did work on it a little bit. My Amy, it's not finished, but it's not far from it. So, okay, what are we gonna bag? Well, the last time we were in here, I pulled down cookie. This is from Hobby, H-O-B-B-I or H-O-B-I-B-B-I. But look at that color. Oh, another thing I want to mention before I get off of here. You know what the bad word is of the week, okay? I know you guys know. That word is not to be mentioned in my description or come out of my mouth. In the name I mention, I'm going to have you email me. I will your information so that my email's secure now. But just email me your address. And that's real important. Okay, so I've got a cookie jar. And if you guys want to reach in my cookie jar, you know what to do. Only say the good words. I'm going to give you a word to say. Okay. But I'm going to show you. We're going to pick the cookies out of the cookie jar 1 week from today. Okay? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So I want to show you what I've been talking about all week. But yeah, I will not reach out to you for the simple fact of what has happened. So I just, if I mention your name, you need to notify me. Where did it go? Oh, here. Okay. I want to show you something I had made. I've been talking about it all week. All right. I can't show you the front of it because I don't want you to get the address. But anyways, I have a friend. Well, I have a maker that I've become pretty close with, you know, friendly with. And I mean, we communicate now by text. So you're my friend if you got my number. And people who don't have my number are my friends too, but this is, you know, we're developing a good relationship. I'm very impressed with the work that she does, and I know she works very hard. And I got something for the cookie jar. And I'm going to share it with you. And I'm going to link all her information. She did give me all, she has an Etsy shop. I'm going to link all of that in the description. I have that. See, I got one ahead of the game. I usually don't have all that information. I lose it. But anyways, the shop is called SasssySaksbyYadi. So SASSY, Sak is SAK, by Yadi, YADI. And these bags come from New York. So if you want to support our fellow Etsy shop, I'm supporting the small shops, but if you like what you see, you too could probably get that or something better or bigger. So, and I also got a discount code for you guys. Yeah, I didn't get, well, yeah, she did give me one. But anyways, and I got a discount code for another yarn company. That beautiful speckle yarn that I bought. Well, yeah, it's back over there again. But anyways, you guys are gonna love this. You're gonna love this. She says, hi Nancy, thank you so much. I included some extra goodies. You can keep them or give them away. Awesome. And this was really reasonable with the discount code. I got $5 off. Awesome. Okay, so she not only makes what's in here, she makes stitch markers. And of course, I'll share these with the person that gets picked for the cookie jar. All right, and also some cute stickers, you know, crochet stickers. I love to put those on my cart. Yeah, drum roll. I'm going to annoy you guys. I'm sharing this with you. Okay, just chilling. Crochet Queen. Crochet is my cardio. I got to keep a couple of these. Okay, I crochet so I don't kill people. I've seen that on a shirt. Oh my God, you know which one I'm going to keep here. Look at this. My boys. That's adorable, Yadi. Look. That's Maverick. That's a look I get every now and then. Oh, goodness. Crochet all day. Amen, sister. I love these stickers. And then I got a rose. And I got her business card. And I will share all these links with you guys in the description box for sure. Now that I got everything. So you guys ready? I'm sure you probably figured it out. And we'll find out who got the big cookie in the jar Friday. One of these is mine. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to show you mine first. Is that not stinking cute? I love it. It's a black lab with roses. Isn't that adorable? This bag is perfect for me. It's perfect for me. Because when I go, I don't carry blankets, you know, when I go places. I like a small bag and I carry a small project. All right. I'm only, actually, Friday, only one cookie's going to be probably picked, and it's going to be this one. Is that not adorable? It's like granny squares. I love it. Yadi, you did such a great job. Look at the inside. So, and this is me supporting small businesses. Because I know what it's like to struggle when you first start out and to be small. So, but yeah. I just fell in love with this. And I think it's a perfect size. unless you're a big blanket maker, you know, you can go to Walmart and buy a huge sack, you know. But I'm still going to Orlando, and we're going to do what we do every year. I almost let somebody talk me out of it. Well, they hurt my feelings kind of, and I almost didn't do it. But you know what? I'm going to do it. It's my channel, and I can do what I want. So, yep. So somebody's going to get the cookie Friday. And so, y'all need to tell me what kind of cookies you like in tonight's video. And then I'm going to show you this one, but it's going to be for next week when I find out what cookie was picked. This is a little bit smaller, but it's adorable. It's probably like for the project like I'm working on right now. What do I do with it? Oh, here it is. Let's see how it fits in there. Give you an example. Let's see if it fits. Okay, this is one skein of Juicy Couture. No, one full skein of Juicy Couture here, and then here's another full skein of Juicy Couture. Let's stick it in here. And it's got like 4th of July stars on it. This is 4th of July to me. Reminds me of 4th of July. So you got that. Let's stick a hook in there. Even a big pair of scissors. And I don't have my stitch markers tonight. And even a tape measure. A little chapstick. You know? And let's see. Perfect. It's perfect for on the go. So that's next week. Oops. Yeah. Beautiful. And yeah. So isn't she awesome? This is me. And a bunch of stickers. A bunch of stickers. I'm going to keep the doggies. And one of the crochet. I'm going to keep this one. And the doggies. And the rose. I'm going to stick them to my cart. So all of these stickers and stitch markers. So, and you know, dummy me, I wrote the dumbest title on those videos. Just, I have a lot of brain fog from, I guess, the COVID. But it also has a little pocket. I think I already showed you that, but it has a little pocket there. So, yep. So you guys, tell me what kind of cookie you like. Okay, and I'll come back on Friday and share this with you. All right. Okay, so now we're going to bag up some yarn. Hang on. Okay. And yeah, and don't forget, go visit Yadi Etsy shop. If you like what you see, or even if you know you don't like what you see, go over there. You might see something you like. And she is adorable. She's been so kind to me. You know. You know who has one of her bags? Charm Grammy. Yeah, I bought a few from her, and I was very pleased. And I love this. Thank you, Yadi. It's so adorable. It's so adorable. I love labs. This one kind of reminds me of Maverick. He has Maverick's eyes. Yeah. Maverick's in love with my housekeeper. It's funny how he acts around her. He's so cute around her. I don't exist when she's around. Actually, I don't exist to any of them. Oh, goodness. All right. So if I choose the cookie you like, you need to email me your information. And we're going to just keep it at that. Okay? And I'll let you know on Friday who it is. I might be doing, I sound stupid doing this, but I don't know what other way to keep us okay. All right, so I'm going to bag yarn. Yep, we're going to do the cookies. Yep. And I wanted to say something. Some people have been getting kind of negative comments about bagging up yarn, mentioning they could mold. I'm sure anything can mold, okay? Nothing's going to mold in my house because I don't have a lot of humidity. I have something in my air unit that cleans my air. It's one of those UV lights that they're selling now, but back when I got it, it was like $1,000 to put in my air unit, in my air handler, because I had like a musty smell. I noticed, you know, a little while after we, you know, like a couple years after we moved in, we built this house, and I called my air guy and I said, there's a funny smell coming out of my air conditioner. And he just told me, you know, we live in Florida. It gets hot up there. And I did store a container up there of yarn a couple years ago. And somebody said, Nancy, you're going to ruin your yarn. And I went up there. It was fine, but I took it down. And that's how I got 3 rooms now. And of course, I'm a shopaholic too. But what I'm going to do, okay, I think if you live in a very humid household, you probably don't want to bag the yarn. If there's moisture, you know, a lot of humidity in your home. That's all I can say. I've never done a study on this, but we're going to, because I'm going to go to the cabinet that I bagged up first. I got to go through my videos to find out what I bagged up first. And I'm going to put a date on it, okay? And at the end of the year, or maybe give it 2 years, maybe I'll do 1 year, I'll check it to see how the yarn is, and then maybe 2 years down the road, the yarn next to it, I'm sure was bagged up 2 years, you know, it'll be 2 years, I'll check it again. So, I mean, yarn companies have yarn in bags. The bags are loose. My bags have holes. I probably, since somebody brought it to my attention, there's always a possibility. I don't know. I'm not a genius. I'm just a retired grandma that loves yarn, and I enjoy playing with my yarn. And one of the reasons I'm bagging it, not just to kind of keep it clean because I have all these animals with hair floating in the air. I enjoy sharing my yarn with you guys, showing it off. Not that like, haha, look what I have. Just showing you the beautiful yarns that are out there, you know. And I'm gonna kind of try to purge old and replace stuff with new. But you know, of course, there's a lot of things I can't part with, and it's hard for me to part with my yarn. But I've gotten a little bit better. And people like Jennifer over at Cinnamon Stitches helps that. She got rid of a bunch of yarn that I have. And I'm like, oh, but you know what? Every time I do it and make mystery boxes, I feel good. I have less stress of where to put it. And that's what happens. I just cleaned this bed off a couple weeks ago. It's full again. But of course, I've been pulling stuff out, and what I need to do is I need to put it away. I just haven't felt like it. And you guys know what I've been going through. So, okay. The first color, it doesn't have a name. This is number 5. It reminds me of Red Heart Roll With It Melange. I've bought some from Hobby Lobby, but this was from Hobby out of Denmark. Isn't that beautiful? I wonder if Juan has that beautiful color. That's a perfect color for a guy, I think. I mean, a girl too, but I think when I see this color, I think of a guy. For sure. Yeah. Okay, let's see if they got any specs on here. Not a whole lot. Oh, there's something here. Okay, you can machine wash, can iron, flat to dry. But recommended crochet hook is a 4.5 or a 5 millimeter, and knitting is a 5 millimeter. It's 100% acrylic. It was made in India, and it has 200 grams, 600 meters. So you know there's over 600. Add 10% of 600 to 600, and that's how many yards you got. I can't do math in my head, even though it's around 1/10 of 6. Okay, so anyways, let's bag them up. And I did order some more bags, and I want to share with you. You can always get, I have one of those hole punchers. You can get them for a couple bucks at the Dollar General. Any Dollar Tree has them. And you just punch a hole in there if you're really concerned about your yarn getting molded, but you want to bag them up. And of course, I've never told anybody they had to bag them up. I bag them up because I want to keep them clean and I want to share stuff with you. And if you want to do it, awesome, you know, but it's everybody do you, okay? So can you see my holes? I just want to share that with you. I got 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. So there's 12 holes in this bag, 6 on each side, because you can punch through each side. I didn't make the holes. They came with the holes. These are from TEMU, and they are the, I left that, did I leave that measuring tape in here? Yes, I did. I'm going to borrow it just to be sure. We got 10 inches by 17 TEMU. And I buy the cheapest ones. Make sure they're inches, not centimeters, okay? They'll trick ya. They've tricked me. All right, let's put this back in here. Okay. But yeah, I ordered these sizes again. I ordered a couple different, from a couple different companies just to see which one is better. It was really hard for me to figure out which company I got these from, because I've purchased so many and they don't always share the size after the transactions. I don't know. I just couldn't figure out which one it was, and I tried. You know, I wanted to just go order again, but I couldn't find the size. So I just went back in the app and I looked for, you know, the size. Now, somebody mentioned to me, and I don't know how true this is, the TEMU. If TEMU texts you, don't respond. I don't ever go in my TEMU, because they always send me, you know, like messages, I've got something for you, or something. I just go in the app and I purchase stuff. So I don't click on anything. So, and so far, that has been okay. I haven't been compromised by TEMU. So, there's one cake. It's nice caking these cakes. I mean, bagging these cakes up. But I think this wall over here, once I moved that bed off that wall. I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of it now. I think I might move it to the middle of the room. I don't know. And get rid of some of this furniture, like this dresser. It's a beautiful antique dresser. My in-laws gave us. Hold on. There. That dresser. Tiffany will be able to take it for her house. Or my sister-in-law may want it. I mean, I probably have to offer it to my sister-in-law, because she was the executor of the will, and she gave me a lot of stuff she didn't have to give me. I don't know if I ever told you this story. It's not funny, but it kind of is. It isn't funny, but it is what it is. But years ago, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, when they were alive, they came out to the house and they were talking to us. They were talking about giving up household, buying a travel RV and travel. And wanted to know if there's anything in their house that we would like to have. I'm like, I'm not going to tell them what I want. I mean, there's some stuff they had I liked, but it's not my place, okay? They're not my parents. You know, I think it's Timmy and his siblings that should have that discussion with them. But anyway, so my husband said, I would like your dining room. I would like to have the dining room set in the hutch. It's an oak table, and it's an antique. It's beautiful. It's one of a kind. And they were like, okay. And I guess they went to all the kids. But anyways, a couple weeks later, they called us and said they wanted to come back out to the house and talk to us. And they were very upfront with me. And they were like, we don't want you to have the dining room table. And I didn't say anything. I just, you know, they weren't talking to me. They were, I think, but they weren't. Or she was talking to me, but, you know. So anyways, the next week I went out and bought a dining room table. I had gotten rid of, no, I didn't get rid of it. I bought a dining room table. I didn't have a dining room table. We had built the house. It was another house we had built. We had a dining room, but no table in there. Now we had a eat-in kitchen nook that has a table like we have here. And I just never bought a formal dining room. That dining room was a waste. I would never build a house with a formal dining room again, especially today. But, so anyways, I was like, you know, I got to fill that room up. And we had an office. We had a formal living room that was Tyler's playground. It was a huge living room. And then we had a huge great room. The house was bigger than this one. Anyways, so I went and bought a table from the doctor I worked for. I bought it from his daughter. She just went through a divorce and she was having a yard sale. And she asked me, she goes, would you be interested in buying my dining room table? I'll give it to you really cheap. And it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And so I bought it. And and then they came out of, I don't know, a holiday, and they were like, you bought a table? I go, yeah, I needed a table for this room. They didn't say anything. So they realized, you know, if nobody takes that table, I'm probably not going to take it because I just replaced it. And so, and I wasn't being ugly, you know, and because I had mentioned I got to get a table for there, and Timmy mentioned, you know, I'll take your table if you're going to get rid of it. But anyways, my father-in-law had passed away. Wonderful man. Both my in-laws were wonderful people. I was really close with his dad. But anyways, he passed away. And then, you know, a few years later, she fell sick and she passed away. And my sister-in-law called me. She goes, you guys want mom and dad's table? I'm like, no, that was not their wishes. And she goes, well, nobody wants it. She goes, please take it. I know you guys like it. And I was like, I don't feel right taking it. And at this point, I still had that other dining room set. And it's been several years, you know, later. And she goes, you're going to take it. Okay. So one day I come home from work and my table's gone in my hutch. And I was like, Tim, where's my dining room table? He goes, I gave it to Frankie. She works for me. I said, why? Because we're getting mom's table. So that's what's funny, you know. And I'm like, I hope karma doesn't bite us in the butt. Your mom's going to be mad at you. She's coming into you in your sleep. But anyways, we have it. I've shared it with you guys. It's a gorgeous, it's an oak table hutch, and it's got a tea table. It's really cool. And we got everything in it, you know, in her. And I did get one of her, is it a curio cabinet? It's an antique. It's got legs, you know, and it's got glass that wraps kind of around it. And it's got a skeleton key. It's kind of cool. Anyway, she brought that over too. And what else did we get? We got this dresser. But Lori told me, I remember her telling me, she said, if you want to get rid of that dresser, please let me know. So I'll definitely go to her first. But there's a couple other antique dressers in the other room that Tiffany's definitely going to take home. I know I'm a yarn channel, and you guys know I wander off over yonder into wherever my brain takes me. Okay, but anyways. Now, I'm not being ugly about what I just talked about. It's just, it's kind of like, it was meant to be. I ended up with it after being told they didn't want me to have it. I think they didn't want me to have it because of my dogs. It had nothing to do with me, because I know they loved me. How could you not? I had their beautiful grandson. My first two kids are from my first husband, but Tyler, the baby that runs our company now, he's 25, and he is the only grandson they ever had. They had two granddaughters. Wait, no, two granddaughters. Well, now there's three. There's three granddaughters. Tim's brother had two girls, and Lori had one girl. And we had the only one that was going to carry on the Dormeyer name. And he was like the light of everybody's eyes in the family. Everybody loved him. He was adorable. He was the cutest baby. And he turned out to be such a wonderful human being. My customers, you know, I used to work at the shop. I don't work there anymore. And now he's taken over, and he's doing a different job. And customers will call me and go, what a wonderful child, you know, or all my kids are wonderful, don't get me wrong, but Tyler has a different personality than Joey and Tiffany. Joey and Tiffany are Tiffany's really bubbly, and Joey, he's an outdoorsman. He loves to do outdoorsy things. Tyler, very professional, very serious, but he smiles, you know, and he's very polite. He's has extremely good manners that I never had, you know. It's like, is that my child? He's got it must be the Dormeyer in him. But yeah, he's following in his dad's footsteps. So y'all, these colors don't match. No. Yeah, they don't look alike. Hold on. No, there's too much teal in this. I got some over here. Hang on. I know there's another cake with this color. I just don't know where it is. Or I did make a sweater. I might have used all of them but this. That might be what's going on. Because I have two of these. Yeah, that's different. Okay, so we're gonna bag these up. Make sure. I'm gonna match centers. these two go together. Then these two go together. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Dang it. I thought the table was shown when I started this film. You don't need to see my head, do you? I sit like this. But this color is number 7. And the specs are the same. 600 meters. This is nice yarn. It's a number 4. I would consider it a number 4, but boy, it works up beautiful. I made a sweater and it didn't fit me. What I need to do is frog it and start over. It was painful to think of that, but today it wouldn't bother me to frog it. Imagine that. Oh goodness. Archie, what are you doing? You under the table. What's my pretty boy doing? You gonna pull my phone off, my iPad off the table? Huh? There you go. Oops. There. There you go. Lay down. Lay down. Down. Sit and lay down. Lay down. I don't know. He's getting... He does funny things. Like last night, he's done it twice. He was sitting in my... I was sitting in my Chase lounge, and he was on the ottoman, like at the bottom of it, and he was facing me, and he had his paws on my legs, and he was like doing this, just shaking, and I'm like, what's the matter? There was nothing squeaking, nobody's making funny noises. I don't know. And I'm like, maybe he's in pain. I don't know. So I was like, okay, let's go take another pain. You know, he can have pain meds every 12 hours. And I try to keep him on one a day. But I might have to increase him on a regular basis. I don't know. We got to go to the vet and find out. But anyways, so I said, let's go get some num-nums. What I say is, let's go take your medicine. And he knows to go to the kitchen, and he knows he's going to get his medicine, and he's going to get a hot dog. And so, I went out to the kitchen, I gave him his medicine, he took it without a problem, and he ate his hot dog, and he was fine after that. So I don't know. I mean, he didn't take it long enough for it to affect how he feels, so something in the room was scaring him, and I don't know if could it be the mirror that I have on the door over there? Because he could see himself in the mirror. I couldn't figure it out. And it's happened a couple times. And it bothers me that I have to lean down. You guys can see me there. But, so I don't know. He's like a scaredy cat. He's afraid of everything. And he wasn't always like that. He was my Labrador Bulldog. He was Mr. Like I told you, he was a stud muffin. He's very muscular. And Joey told me he was my pit bull. No pun intended, Jennifer. I love bulldogs too. But anyways, he was tough. And he was muscular when he was younger. And now he's actually thin. We want to keep him kind of on the thin side because we want him to be able to tolerate his back end. That, you know, his joints are old. We know he's got arthritis. It's obvious. So, I don't know. He's afraid of everything. They're afraid of lightning. No, they're afraid of rain. Not just lightning, but they're afraid of rain. And they all have thunder jackets, thunder sweaters. I'm running out of room to throw stuff down here. But I don't know. But yeah, he's got an appointment to go see Dr. Bennett. He's got a few things going on that I want to address. He's got some tumors, and a lot of them, I know they're fatty, but he has a couple, one on his head and one on his lip, that looks angry. It's definitely going to have to be removed. Because if you don't remove those, they'll start popping up everywhere a little faster than they've already. But he's prone to cancer, and I told you guys that. He's had cancer at least twice. And I'm sure this thing on his head is malignant. I'm pretty sure it is. It's red, raised, and no hair. And that is a typical description of a malignant tumor on a dog, according to my vet. But he didn't have that the last time we went. And he's going to need a renewal on his prescriptions. I get his prescriptions through the mail. They use some company. All right, this is a number 5. Specs are the same. It's cookie yarn. This is pretty. Is that not beautiful? It's got purple and burgundy and all kinds of colors. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you this one. I want to do this. I want to see what it looks like on the sides. So pretty. And I bought this probably a couple years ago. I think it's been a couple years. So let's bag them up. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to bag these 2 up, and then I'm going to let you guys go for this video. And don't forget to tell me what kind of cookie you like, because we're going to pick a cookie out of the jar Friday. And maybe we can do it next Friday and watch the sunset. I tried to do a time lapse of the sunset. Once I figured out I wasn't getting the sunset, and then I flipped the camera around. So something, right? It's a learning curve. I'm not going to leave that there. I'm just putting it there for now. Yeah. One thing I need to do is, okay, come here. Oh. I don't know, maybe I should stand them up. Maybe I can get more standing them up. I don't know. They're so pretty. I need to work up one of those, but I have so many things I want to do. And not enough time to do it, right? So, what's so ironic? I just realized it's cookie yarn. It's meant to be, right? I got all kinds of surprises for you guys for the rest of this year. But yeah, I don't know if I completed what I was telling you, but I'm going to start checking, kind of do a little study, just me, checking the yarn that I bagged up a year ago, and then checking up a bag later on that it was bagged 2 years ago, and just make sure. And then I can tell you, right? I keep my temperature in the main house. We keep it on like 68. We do keep our house cold. And Tim's got it freezing tonight. Usually I'm the hot one. He's got it freezing in here. My room is warmer than this room. The living room's what's really cold. Yeah, so think that's it for the cookie cakes. I've got one of these left. Only one. And this is gorgeous. Probably could make a small shawl. It's a little thin. 600 meters. So it's over 600. Would that be like 660 yards, I think? I think my brain just kind of fired up a little bit there. Woke up a little bit. I've had serious brain fog. Okay. There was somebody that was looking for teddy bear yarn. They emailed me while I was deleting stuff. I don't have teddy bear yarn, but I have browns that I got from TEMU. So if you're still looking for it, which you probably already found it, send me an email. My email's safe now. Because I'm not going to turn that computer on. That computer is not mine anymore. I'm going to get probably a new one. I was told that the Macs, that nobody can hack Macs. I don't know. I want to say something to my IT guy, but you know, he's going to want me to buy one of his computers. He builds them. But, yeah, I think I'm going to get an Apple laptop. I haven't told my husband yet. I got an approval for an Apple before I got all this other stuff. But, yeah, so I'm sure he'll be okay with it. He'll give me a hard time at first. So, I got a Hirschner's. I want to look at this. I want to look into fluffy yarn. I have some fluffy yarn, and I'm going to use the Parfait for the market. I am going to make some amies. Like I said, I'm going to do pumpkins. I think I'm going to do little ghosts. I'm going to do something black and purple. Like I'm going to do an area for Halloween stuff, but it's going to be little things. And I need to do some more research to see what sells. So, and that doesn't mean I'm going to make the market this year. I'm going to try. I really want to do it. I'm late to the game. I think, well, I'm not a speed crocheter. I mean, my problem is it's hard for me to stay focused. Like to sit there for 2 hours and continuously crochet. I usually get up every 30 minutes. Squirrel! Hey, Wooey. But these are the colors I'm going to try to make hats with. And also, she made a blanket, these two colors with Forever Fleece, similar colors. They're gorgeous. She made baby booties. I told you all that, didn't I? I know there's something I'm forgetting to tell you she made. The chickens with the fluff, I told you that. Her scrunchie wall. She has small scrunchies and large scrunchies. The white fluffy scrunchies, she says they're great to make like two little, like, you know how the kids wrap their hair up and just put them there. And she has a tutorial on that. I know how to do that. And the scrunchies I make. And she does, you know, you don't want to have too much of a variety because it kind of like, too much, they'll walk away, she says. You know, have things together, organized. And I told you that things sell better when they're hung up, like the scrunchies and the keys. They sell better than when they're in a bowl. Isn't that interesting? Things sell better on the shelves than, you know, in a crate just thrown in there. So, isn't that funny how that is? But I believe her, you know. I mean, she shares everything. She videos all her markets. So, and did I tell you she taught her husband how to crochet? He made his first chicken. That's a good man. But Baggaday's a good man too. He crochets for Crystal. So that's their bread and butter. But no, I don't think they do blankets anymore, other than tutorials. So, if that. I don't even know if she does that anymore. I've done a lot of her hat tutorials. You know, I think she was hacked too, not a while back. But I know she was hacked. I just didn't remember. Somebody reminded me. It's interesting. But see, this color's, I think the pink and the gray is really cute. And then get like a smoke blue. And then white. I've got white somewhere around here. I got a softer gray. But these are yarns I've had. I haven't, so I won't have to go out and buy any yarn. I've got Forever Fleece. I've got all the fluffy yarns. So, and then I can do, I believe loops and thread, they're acrylic. I think I ran that through my Addy. But yeah, but I really like how she showed how she takes it off her machine and how she cinches it. She makes it look a lot easier than what I've seen on other videos. So there might be others out there similar, but I haven't found one. So, but yeah, all these Burnett yarn, and I have a yarn room full of the other colors. Also, I think I have a dark gray, but I don't have a dark blue. So I'm gonna see what I got. But I'm gonna use all of my Burnett, you know, for like the pumpkins. Well, the white, the gray, mustard. Some of them were Forever Fleece also. Big ones, little ones, tiny ones. Sometimes she gives tiny, like if you buy 2 pumpkins, she'll give you 1 free. And they're priced at $5. She talked about that. And she says, always make something to go with, like if you make a white hat, a child's, like let's say a child's hat, make something to go with it. What was it? I know I'm forgetting something. She makes headbands. Oh, mittens. But in Florida, nobody's going to wear mittens. Now, kids will wear hats in the winter. It gets cold here outside. We have freezes occasionally. It doesn't get colder than like 19 degrees, but it can get down to the 20s and the teens. But you got to wear layers because it warms up throughout the day sometimes. But there's more ideas. I just can't think of them. Did I write them down? Let's see if I wrote them down. I might have wrote them down, but it might not be this book. I thought I brought that other book in here. No, I didn't. Darn it. Oh, yeah, I did. It's right here. I have too many of these books. Okay. I got my winners here. Let's see. I could have sworn it was this book. Yeah, it is. She makes fluffy pillow covers like pink and then gray. She says those sell really well. She only does like 2 small blankets. And she says you should keep them under $100. So I'm sure they're not real big. No, this isn't the one. It's got to be this one. Yeah, Nance. I'm bad about just opening this thing and start writing. And then I can't find my notes. It's in one of these. Hold on. The video is... Got to break those videos up so I can merge them. If they're too long, they don't want to upload. I just saw it. I wrote down everything I wanted to get, you know what I mean? To start making the possibilities of. Oh, crud. And when I get off of here, I gotta write a bunch of stuff down for my bookkeeper. According to hubby. Christmas trees. White Christmas trees. Green Christmas. And they're the little ones by MJ Off the Hook. That's another thing. Out of velvet. I think green, the color's called Pine Green in the Burnett velvet yarn. And I also bought a bunch of this from Ice. Yeah, I did. I thought it was parfait, but it was velvet. But that's okay. I can use them both. Oh, Catapalooza. What book did I write it in? I swear I wrote it in this book. This is going to drive me crazy, y'all. It's not in here. I do have other books, so I guess I gotta go look. Or I might have ripped it out and it's on my desk. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this evening. I'm sorry to deliver bad news that if you click on something, you could be compromised because my email was stolen. Nothing that I really could have prevented, you know. I mean, these hackers are getting better and better. That's their living. And I've been told they have headquarters. You know, it's not something like small, like one guy. It's a whole network of them, you know. So, and now some of them are working for our government and teaching some of our officials the tricks of the trade so that, you know, our phone company, I think, was shut down one time because their computers were hacked. I think one time, one of my doctors, their computer was hacked and my information was stolen at the hospital. This was a couple years ago, but I never had any repercussions from that. But they offered, you know, they offered me like something like LifeLock. I don't know what it was called. But I don't think I ever had an issue. I mean, I did sign up for it, but I never had an issue. So, but yeah, they're getting smarter. They know how to get in the back door is what it's a metaphor, but they know how to get around your passwords. So that tells me that emails aren't safe anymore. Just having, well, they're pretending they're me and hoping you will open up an app that will actually steal your information. That's what's going on. You know, they're using other emails for people to, you know, like my business. It's really more likely that I would reach out to a customer, but all of them know I'm retired now, you know, but the hackers don't know that. So yeah, they're getting smarter and smarter, you know. I mean, heck, who knows, in 10 years we might have cars flying around here. We'll be the Jetsons. I mean, we're not far from it. Really think about it. We've got an electric car now. We got more than an electric car. We got a lot of different stuff. So, but okay, enough of that. I love you guys. I hope my video was not too annoying. I love you guys, and you know that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Mwah.